got to give it up for Porsha. Sis has came from thinking that the Underground Railroad was a real train and who driving to flying first class to protest in Kentucky. You can't make this stuff up. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Before we drag and get into Real Housewives of Atlanta, I want to let you all know that I have finally started a Patreon. So go to Patreon/KingaReads. You can find me on Patreon and you can get access to exclusive content. Patreon is going to be a new world. Like, I'm not even lying to y'all. It's something I've been thinking about. Some content I really want to do, but it ain't really for YouTube, but it's for the girls who want it. So I have so many tiers available. It's a whole community that I'm building over at Patreon. So go and support me at Patreon/KingaReads. What is going on, y'all? Real Housewives of Atlanta season, I don't know, episode 1. Mexican Messy Boots. Let me first tell y'all, I am glad that Real Housewives of Atlanta is back, but baby, this episode was boring as hell. Girl, I am going to drag y'all, true entertainment, truly original, whatever y'all want to call it. We can kind of tell that y'all was like, girl, we got to film. Like, we got to film. I don't care how y'all gonna do it. We just got to get some content out. Like, this what this episode was giving. Very lackluster for the first episode. Y'all can do better than that. I got so many thoughts, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start with the looks. First of all, everybody looks amazing. I don't care what anybody says about the weight gain and all that. All y'all looks good. It's okay for your body to gain weight, to lose weight. Like, it's your body, it's okay. We're gonna get into some things. I think this Real Housewives of Atlanta season is going to be unlike any other because y'all are really immersing yourselves in conversations about a lot of things. And it's like, girl, y'all gonna be really showing where y'all politics lie at and how much y'all been paying attention to the world around y'all. So the confessional looks, I have to give it to my girl Porsha. Sis was giving me I Dream a Genie and I was ready to make 3 wishes. Yes, God. And one of those 3 wishes was going to be me wishing that Kenya Moore can stop talking about Marc during this season of Housewives. Girl, we are burnt the hell out. We are tired. We don't care about Marc. Kenya, you have spent more time preparing to divorce this man and separate from him than y'all spent getting to know each other. Like, girl, like, make it make sense for me. Like, it's way too much going on. Kenya already starting. She going to see a divorce lawyer. She's talking about getting divorced from Marc. And she don't want to answer questions about Marc and his other family, his other kids that he, see. And she don't want to talk about this. It's like, why are you here? In the words of Jocelyn, why is you here? Cynthia Bailey, show me them titties. Show me them titties. Cynthia, beautiful. I am loving seeing my girl Cynthia happy, signed, sealed, delivered. COVID is yours with that super spreader wedding that you had. But Cynthia looks amazing. I loved everything from her makeup to her ensemble, everything about just everything. I can just tell there's a good coochie glow with Cynthia. Like, it's rejuvenated. You can really see it. Mike, whatever he doing, got you sounding like a car. Girl, we are good. If you want to sound like a car, get it in. It's making you happy. It's making all of us happy because, girl, the only sound that you was making was Peter, was the sound of coins coming out your account, which is why you're probably suing him right now. Cynthia looks amazing. Who else? Kandi looks really good. Confessional looks really good. Loving Kandi so far. Who else is on here? Who else was? Kenya, she looked good. Kenya looked good in her confessional. I love the little, necklace thing that she had, a whole other things. There's some other stuff I want to talk about with Kenya, but we don't get into it. But everybody looks good. I think I ain't missing nobody. I ain't really missing nobody. So we start off, they're talking about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. It's very commercial. It's making me a little bit nervous because y'all giving me very, very commercial Black Lives Matter. Like, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. It's just like, girl, we protesting, and it's like they have to really, Porsha really has to go through a fine line of, does she really care, or is this going to be something for this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta? So any little thing can set it off to push it to make it seem like she's doing this for the show. I'm not saying that Porsha is, but sometimes when you are a celebrity, you have to kind of check some stuff at the door. You got to kind of check stuff like, hey, we're not filming here. This is very serious. you got to kind of put the cameras away. It's going to be interesting seeing how this is going on, because I don't want to see every moment of Porsha experiencing any type of police brutality. I don't want to see that. I don't know why Bravo decided, I don't know why y'all decided to have that George Floyd tape play. I did not need to hear that. I don't need any trauma. We've all seen that. We all heard. I don't need to see a black man experience that for me to be moved. If you need to see that, that's not healthy. You should not need to see it. It's not making a difference. It's not making it. It's just not. Like, I don't want to see that on TV. I just don't want to experience that at all. It's too much. And y'all seeing that, and then the best we can do is going around and marching around and calling it peacefully protesting. It's not good enough. So that's my gripe with that. The girls have dinner. They having dinner outside. Let me tell y'all something. I'm finna drag it. Y'all in these damn face shields are about to get on my everlasting nerves. I've been saying that since being 18. If you have a face shield on, it does not mean anything if you don't have a face mask on. What do you think COVID is going to be doing, girl? Do you think COVID gonna say, oh girl, I guess I won't go to left or right, I won't go up or down, I ain't got nowhere to go. The particles are moving around. The mask protects you from small air particles of COVID. The face shield protects you from heavy splatter. That's why your dentist wears it when they are cleaning your mouth and brushing your teeth or with flossing. You wearing a face shield does not protect you like that. It just looks good, but it's a false sense of security. I don't know why. And then this whole situation with doing a temperature check don't make any sense either, because it's just like everybody can be, majority of the people who are contracting COVID are getting it from someone who is asymptomatic, which means they're not having a high fever, they're not out here coughing, and they're not doing anything. The best thing we can do is quarantine, minimize our exposure to people outside of our bubble, and social distance when we can, and wear a mask. Like, that's the best we can do. But this face shield is literally the dumbest I've ever seen. So you got Marlo pulling up, Kandi pulling up, and who was they? I think they was pulling up at Cynthia's house or wherever Cynthia was at, and they had a little thing talking about all the stuff that's going on, and everybody just looks good. Marlo had me laughing, she had me screaming. People keep talking about why Marlo doesn't have a peach. Marlo is not getting a peach. She literally dropped the F-bomb to refer to queer people, and it's not gonna get her no peach. It's just not happening. It's not gonna, not over Andy's body. I screamed when Marlo said Porsha Luther King. Porsha, baby, when Porsha was on that flight flying to Kentucky, I was screaming. I was like, girl, is you in first class? Bravo made sure to let us know that Porsha was out here thinking that the Underground Railroad was a real railroad, it was a real train. She really thought she was on the Monopoly board. She just came a long way. Her father, grandfather, whoever has influenced her, like, happy for that. We get to our girl Kenya, and I'm gonna talk about some things. Kenya is on her way to see a divorce lawyer or whatever. She's getting ready to divorce Marc. I am tired. I'm just like, I don't want to go through another season, even a half season, of you talking about this man who y'all are not married. It's just not. Marc has his own family. That's why he's not living with you. It's not a real relationship. We are tired. I'm burnt out. I don't give a damn about Marc. Don't nobody give a damn about you and Marc. Kenya is dead. You have beat this horse to death. It is time to let it go. I do want to talk about Kenya a little bit with her weight gain. I love Kenya sometimes. I just find it I find it not funny. I ain't gonna say that, but I find it very interesting. You know, Kenya had no problem calling NeNe ugly and kept referring to her ugly during the reunion. Kept saying she was ugly, just kept making this comment. Now she's out here struggling with, you know, weight gain. And I say struggling because she does not feel comfortable have gained 30 pounds. And you can kind of tell, like she's a little pressed. She's talking about she can't zip her stuff up or whatever. Like, everybody has gained weight through. I've gained some weight during COVID too. I've gained weight. I ain't even gonna lie. I know I have. Because we've been in the house. We've been eating our feelings. We all depressed. It's okay. So you can tell that Kenya is really, like, struggling with this. Like, sis is really, really pressed about it. And I just, like, you see how this works. You see how now you are not what you deem as beautiful, and you see how your feelings have changed. So it's like, why would you be out here like perpetuating this on somebody else? Like how you were talking about NeNe and you're like, you're the ugliest one here. I just really tired of those type of reads and stuff, and I hope that Kenya does get comfortable in her weight or whatever, because she's a beautiful, dark-skinned, beautiful black woman. She just got sometimes a very ugly attitude, and I just can't deal with that. But Kenya, we do not care about this whole situation with Marc. We are tired. Like, girl, we are beyond tired. I don't have any energy for it. But did y'all pay attention to that question that the producer asked about Marc's relationship with the other kids? And Kenya was like, that's a loaded question. I don't feel comfortable answering it, because girl, like we've been hearing the tea that Marc has another family, and like that's his real family. He's just not really involved with you like that. Like he's not leaving from New York, no matter what you coming up with about his business or whatever. But girl, it is what it is. I'm also screaming at the lawyer, the divorce lawyer who she was speaking with. Kind of had a private conversation with her and was just like, you know, y'all black women who be, you know, y'all have these big careers, y'all out here doing all these things, and then y'all get with these men because y'all want this, whatever, y'all want this family and stuff, and then like it's just like these folks throw all this stuff away. And I think he kind of just basically defined what patriarchy is. It's just like, there's so much pressure on women, no matter how much success you have, all these things, you still need to have a family. Like you need to have some children, you need to be married, you need to be all of these things in order for you to be accomplished. And so many folks have taken it in. It's just like, this is how it's supposed to be. And they're willing to sacrifice things, their feelings, to make it to make it possible, just for the idea of it. It's a lot. But I did enjoy that. I enjoyed him telling her the truth. And I hope Kenya figures it out, because I like Kenya. But I'm tired of this whole situation with Marc. It's really pissing me off and making me not like him at all. So we get to Kandi and the fam, and Kandi Todd, baby Ace, which he's a growing boy now. Oh, and did y'all see the little commercial with Mama Joyce? And oh my God, it was really, really cute. Oh my God, I really liked it. I was like, okay. And Ace was just so like, oh my gosh, he just seems so like, to get a child that young to be able to do something like that is a lot. Like you can tell that Kandi's a very attentive parent, and Todd too. But it was just so cute, like seeing him, like it was so cute. Ace growing up between, it was so cute. I loved it. And Mama Joyce with her wig. All right, Kandi, don't push me. Mama Joyce and her wig. But I liked it. So we get to Kandi, Todd, and Riley are there, and Riley is talking about, you know, going to school. Like, what's next? Like, I'm about to go to NYU and with a coin in it. The conversation comes up about Block and how much child support that Block, who is Riley's father, owes. And come to find out, he owed Kandi like $100 and some thousand. And that is ridiculous, considering that Kandi's saying like he riding around here in Bentleys and all these things. Like he got the money, he just don't want to pay it. And it's ridiculous. Like Block has been a terrible, terrible father. But you can kind of tell that Riley is a little bit spoiled in this conversation a little bit. Like sis was thinking that NYU is the same price as what she's paying at the high school, the private like school that she goes to. And it's kind of like, no, it's completely different. But I'm glad Todd had that conversation about like how folks were saying he should, you know, be with his daughter. He was like, nah, I ain't doing it. Like, that's my daughter at the end of the day. I was like, come on, Todd, representing saying, nah, I ain't gonna be trash. I'm gonna be better than trash. Okay, even though you was out parlaying when that baby was 2 weeks old, that baby still had coochie goo on his head, and you out here at the club. I got bras in Atlanta. Girl, that's a mess. What else is going on? We get back to Kenya, and Kenya, I think she's like sitting down with Cynthia. She's sitting down with Kandi, and they're just talking about the divorce and everything, and what she's doing on, what's going on with Marc. And you can tell like by Cynthia and Kandi, they just like over Marc too. Like they just like, girl, can we just end it? Like if you, like even in the confessional saying like if she's not happy, then just leave it alone. Like it's way too much. Like Kenya, they are over it. Like, Kenya, your own friends are over it, and it's just like, girl, we got to figure out what you gonna do, because we ain't gonna be continue sitting down listening to you talk about Marc every day and complaining. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Now, I was very, very moved by Cynthia and Mike. I'm really starting to like Mike even more. I screamed at that trailer when Mike was looking at something. He was like, that part takes me out. But Mike and Cynthia are talking about their wedding, 10-10-20, which has already happened. And what's next? Like, Mike is just very much like, girl, you know, it can just be me, you, and 50 people. Like, I don't have to have all this. And Cynthia's like, girl, I think it's different for women, but like, I want everybody there. Like, I want to do this and that. And she talks about her last wedding and how a disaster it was, and how she had her mama and sister trying to hide the wedding certificate or whatever. And I think, with a wedding license or whatever, I ain't there, so I don't know nothing about that. But I think it's completely different. I think, honestly, Cynthia, I think they never saw Peter as a good man. They never saw Peter as a good man for you. And everybody saw that. Everybody saw that but you. But you were blinded by love. Which is why you in court suing his ass for $100-something thousand. Because he ran your name and your credit through the dirt. So that's, but I think Mike is a really good guy. Apparently he's working on his book. He just finished the first copy of his book. He's getting the draft back. And Mike just seems like he just really loves Cynthia. Maybe he was talking about Cynthia's booty been growing. The way he was talking about Cynthia's booty's been getting bigger and just like all these things, and Cynthia's just smiling. It made my credit go up 20-30 points. I was like, yes! Like, this is the Cynthia I love to see. This is what I love to see from Cynthia. And they talk about the wedding, and Cynthia just seems very concerned because she don't know if she's going to able to have the wedding at this point. She's not sure if it's going to happen with Brian Kemp and the state order, which ain't even a thing no more. And it's just like, I would think that Cynthia would be more concerned about people's safety than her wedding. But I think she got like, whatever that stuff is, when you just see what you want to see. I don't know what they call it. What do they call it? When you just laser focus on one thing, she don't see nothing else. She still ended up having her wedding, as we saw, on 10-10-20, and it was supposed to be outside, but it rained, so she ended up having it inside. And it was a whole conversation about that and COVID and all that other stuff. But I hope they can figure it out. I'm very much with Mike. Just like, you know, we don't need all of this. Like, we don't need all this. We can wait. Like, we can get married, then we can just do that later. But Cynthia's like, nope. Cynthia need to film this. Cynthia coin is on the line. Like, she needs this to be filmed. It needs to be on Bravo. She needs to make money from this. And that's just what it is. Like, girl, you don't understand. It ain't about me being married. It's about me putting a coin in my pocket for getting married. So, yeah, that's a whole mess. That's a whole thing. So, this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta seems like it's going to be giving us, you know, introduce you to the next character, this new girl. I don't even know her name. I don't even remember her name. Honestly, we'll see. The whole situation with the stripper, Tanya's pissed off about that, rightfully so, because Tanya's not going to be on the like, she didn't fulfill her season from what I'm hearing. Like, she stopped. Like, so we gonna see a couple of Tanya, and then Tanya gonna disappear. Cause Tanya's like, girl, no, this ain't it. And Porsha just like, well, girl, it's a storyline, so I ain't gonna say much into the reunion. But Tanya like, hell no, these folks need to know I ain't did nothing. I ain't scooted on nobody's stuff. Even though I've been engaged 20 years. So we gonna see Kenya, somebody called Kenya gonna say she's gonna be fake gay because she got a crush on this girl. I don't know, like, we gonna see. Folks were arguing that they did miss NeNe on this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. They miss her already. I think the only reason why people miss her is because the episode was truly boring. And there was nothing exciting about this episode. It's nothing really like, oh God. Like, I was really, really tuned out. And I don't know what it is. I just feel like it was very, very rushed. And it just seemed like y'all just strung some stuff together. Like, it seems like it's a weak season so far. I don't think Porsha going to Kentucky and protesting is a strong thing. I don't think the Strippergate thing is strong. It's just like, y'all can't really have any made up drama because we're in the middle of a pandemic. So it's just like a lot of stuff that y'all usually do is just, it ain't happening too much. Like, which is why y'all have a whole month delay. And it's been production problems with y'all filming because of COVID and all that. So it's just like, it's too much. I want to see what they're going to give, but I'm just very bored. I think NeNe could have not, I think it's a possibility that NeNe could have added something different to this episode, but what version of NeNe are you talking about? Because it's the NeNe from last season that gave nothing to this. She would have saved this episode. It would have just been the same thing. Like, everybody's talking about they miss NeNe. Yeah, we missed NeNe, and I missed NeNe when she was on the show last season, because the NeNe we had on last season wasn't the NeNe. She wasn't the NeNe, so I miss NeNe from season 6, 7, whatever. Like, that's the NeNe I miss. I don't miss this version of NeNe that just comes and goes and don't really want to be here, don't really want to film, too good to film. Like, I don't miss that NeNe. So I don't think NeNe could have saved this episode. I think that y'all want her to, but if she just would have done anything that they were already doing because of COVID. That's all I got. Cute episode for what it was, but I'm bored as hell. Real Housewives of Potomac really gave it. I really will be reviewing that probably tomorrow. And we're gonna see about it. Tell me what y'all thought about the episode. Did y'all like it? Did y'all hate it? Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later on tonight.